I've been hearing a few people say that this is the worst update we've ever gotten. And while I agree that this isn't the biggest, I also don't think it's the worst. Like, in my honest opinion, the worst update, it wasn't even Arena War. I think the worst update was Doomsday Heist, just because that's when, like, the whole meta of, like, GTA's PvP was really set in stone as just missile spam. But that is my opinion, and I understand why a lot of people are disappointed by this update. It's not what we expected. And also, apologies if I sound sick. I'm just having really bad allergies right now because it is winter, you know. But I really don't think this is the worst update ever, alright? We have definitely had worse stuff happen to this game. And I also don't think that's the worst because given the circumstances, I think Rockstar has chosen the best outcome. And I want to explain why I think so. If you've seen footage of GTA on the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One, then you know what's going on. The game is really struggling to run on these old consoles. It has so much stuff ported into it that the system just cannot run all at once. All the assets popping in because the game just decided now to render it. It's bad. You've seen my recent video, I'm sure, where I just showed off my driving around the city in a full session and everything just pops in. It's really hard to watch because I love this game so goddamn much, and now the only console I can play it on is starting to struggle. On next gen, I know that it's not as much of a problem, but it's also a way more powerful system than the PlayStation 4. So I just wanted to offer this little, I wanted to offer my perspective on this whole deal. It has been like a year or two, or how long has it been? The point is, it's been a long time since the PlayStation 5 has actually released and become available to, well, a few people, a few lucky people who managed to stay on the website all night. But people like me cannot get a next-gen console. It is next to impossible. For one, I don't have a lot of money. It's impossible for me to save up $500 because that $500 goes to food and rent every month. So, like, being able to afford one is just out of the question for me. I got way higher priorities. And also, even if I could afford one, I have not been able to find one. I have actually looked in stores to see if they become more available, and no. The shelves where the PS5 is supposed to be are just empty. I don't even see anything like controllers or accessories there. Like, those shelves are just bone dry. And I don't even see PS4s anymore. I don't see Xboxes. Like, there's like nothing there. So it's just not gonna happen for a long time, I think. And these scalpers are just gonna keep pushing until they know they can't anymore. That's their whole grift. So we're just stuck in a situation where the current consoles we have are starting to run on their last legs, and the next gen consoles we need to play the newer games are just not within our reach. So we have to make do with what we have. And I think with this in mind, Rockstar have made a good call. They're choosing to make updates small so that both generations of consoles can enjoy them. I don't know if a lot of people have noticed. Sean and I were talking about this a lot, but it seems like a good chunk of this update was just reused assets. Like, they had the keypads and stuff from Casino Heist and Kaio. They had the whole mechanics and everything from stuff like MC or the bunker. They had the Brigade and a whole bunch of vehicles that we've already had in some form, just reskinned and remade to fit a different purpose. Like, a lot of it is just rehashed stuff, but it's all made in a way that's supposed to feel new. And if you look at the file size for the update, it's actually not that big. I don't think we've seen a file size this small since like PS3 or early PlayStation 4. It's not like people on next gen aren't getting anything exclusive. You know, they're getting stuff like ray tracing. They're getting 60 FPS, which is already a massive incentive to try and get new consoles. They're also getting their whole GTA Plus thing. And look, I've said how I feel about GTA Plus, but the fact is, it's there and it's there to stay. So people who want it, buy it. I don't care. But the fact is, it's something else that people on next gen can do. So, you know, I'm conflicted, but I understand. And that is something I never thought would ever leave my mouth when it comes to Rockstar. The fact that, like, Rockstar, of all companies, is struggling with a decision. You know how I feel about Rockstar, so for me to say that this is bad for them, you know it's bad. But I think people are being a bit too critical. I understand that this update is very small compared to updates we've been getting. But on the other hand, old Nessie just can't take much more. And Rockstar really can't stop milking her anytime soon because, they've got a whole bunch of other projects on the back burner like, Next Gen and GTA 6. Well, hopefully GTA 6, and we did see the leaks. But I think you guys understand my point. There's not a lot Rockstar can do in this circumstance, and I think they made the best possible decision. So I understand people on Next Gen are disappointed, but I'm just gonna say this: calm down, look at the facts, look at everything for what it is, and let's just hope that the next update we get something maybe a little bit bigger, or the better outcome, scalpers finally give up and let us get our hands on next gen consoles. But that's it for now. I I hope other people are considering this too, because I would like to get new content while I still stuck here. But let me know what you think down below. I'm out.